State Television or download Ogtv app on Apple and Google Play stores. President John Dramani Mahama has been sworn in as the President of Ghana. John Mahama took the oath of office as Ghana's new president in a ceremony that was attended by world leaders, including President Bola Tinubu, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Your name.
John Dramani Mahama.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
Do in the name of the Almighty God swear.
That I will bear true faith.
That I will bear true faith.
And allegiance.
And allegiance.
To the Republic of Ghana.
To the Republic of Ghana.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Speaking after taking the oath of office, President John Mahama promised to fight corruption to stand still in the country and solicited for support of all Ghanaians to rally round his administration to move Ghana forward. He promised to collaborate and work with African leaders to move Africa to greater heights. The president said Ghana is open for new investment and seek the support of all stakeholders.
We need a reset, and we have faith in Ghana's ability to overcome, excel, and be so successful with this reset that it will be difficult to imagine a time when that was not the case. As we stand at this momentous crossroads in our nation's history, I am honored and humbled to accept the mantle of the President of the Republic of Ghana. Today we celebrate a new administration and herald an unprecedented era of opportunity and transformation.
In his remarks, the President of Nigeria and Chairman of Economic Community of West African States, President Bola Tinubu, described President John Mahama as a reliable politician who would move Ghana forward socio-economically.
The new government, under the leadership of President John Mahama, we work with Nigeria to strengthen this powerful bond, leading to greater shared progress, prosperity for the people of our two nations. I have no doubt that your administration will bring about positive change and progress.
The federal government, through the Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, has announced immediate measures to address the high cost of food in the country. The Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, announced this on his official X account, stating that there will be a 150-day duty-free import window for food commodities. This window will include the suspension of duties, tariffs, and taxes for the importation of certain food commodities through land and sea borders. The targeted commodities include maize, oxed brown rice, wheat, and cowpeas. To achieve its objective, the minister said that the imported food commodities will be subjected to a recommended retail price. He said the federal government will import 250,000 metric tons of wheat and 250,000 metric tons of maize, adding that these semi-processed commodities will be supplied to small-scale processors and millers across the country. Kerry further stated that the renewed Hope National Livestock Transformation Implementation Committee has been inaugurated to develop and implement policies prioritizing livestock development in alignment with the National Livestock Transformation Plan. Ministries, departments and agencies have commenced the defense of the allocations in the 2025 budget estimate. The National Assembly intends to end the defense on January 18 to enable the appropriation committees of the two chambers to work on the details and make the clean copy available for passage. The set day for passage is January 31. a retreat to take input from the public on the appropriation bill presented by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on December 18 last year has been slated for Thursday, although the National Assembly will return to plenary from holiday on January 14. The Appropriation Committee and standing committees have been working. It is expected that upon resumption, lawmakers will be given a 2-week break from plenary to enable them to conduct the budget business. And now to Ogun State. The Ogun State Commissioner for Education, Science and Technology, Professor Abeokuta, has charged learners in the state to avoid companies and out-of-school environment in order to achieve desired academic aspirations. Abeokuta, during the monitoring of 2024-2025 second-term academic resumption in Ijebu-Ode, Shagamu, Udogbolu, Ifo, Yewa North, Abeokuta South, Abeokuta North local government areas, noted that nothing truncates good dreams than associating with people of bad influence, enjoining learners to lay the foundation of the new term on hard work and determination. The commissioner, who expressed satisfaction with the conduct of the school management and staff in preparing the learners for the new academic challenges, maintained that the greatest aspirations of learners should be how to get their potentials achieved.
So I want to use this opportunity to commend all of you and in particular to commend your teachers and the administration, the principal and the vice principals. You know, gone are the days when you resume and the first thing you do for the first 1 week or 2 weeks is to be cleaning. I do your cleaning. What are you cleaning? So you have to clean within the first 1 or 2 hours, you do your cleaning and then you start work. Welcome tests you start. And I'm sure you're going to have welcome tests today. So those who are still at home, they know that work has started.
Appreciating the Old Students Association for their developmental contributions in all schools in the state, Abeokuta emphasized the importance of welcome tests to the success of a learner, appealing to students available to encourage others on full academic resumption. Principals of Adiola Odutola College, Senior Mr. Adeni Adekoya, Christ Church Secondary School, Senior Ijebu-Ode, Mr. Kayode Oshoba, and also Comprehensive High School, Mrs. Titi Layo Oshisonwo, noted that extramural activities have also been put in place to get students attracted to real academic activities. Similarly, principals Shagamu High School, Mr. Joseph Oshiba, Bile Community High School, Shagamu, Mrs. Taiwo Dairo, ascribed the success of their resumption activities to the dedication of their teachers and support of government, promising to deliver high-quality standards in the new academic term. Other schools visited include St. Peter's College, Olumore, Abeokuta, African Church Grammar School, Ita-Eko, Abeokuta, Gateway Secondary School, Ita-Yalode, Abeokuta, and Makon High School, Shagamu. In a comprehensive high school, Iboru, Yiwa Egbado College, Ilaro, Oluasho High School, Imashai, all in Yewa North Local Government, and Community High School, Akute. An appeal had gone to parents of learners in primary schools throughout Ogun State to complement government effort at sustaining the high benchmark of education in the state. Secretary of the State Universal Basic Education Board, Dr. Mukail Lawal, made this plea during the second day of school resumption monitoring exercise at Yewa North and Yewa South local government areas of the state. Ayodeji Tamori-Lumi reports that the exercise provided an avenue for the board to examine the peculiar challenges of different schools visited. His report.
From its headquarters at Okemoson, delegations from Ogun State Universal Basic Education Board, led by its secretary, Dr. Mikhail Adebola Lawal, continued the school resumption monitoring exercise at Ogun West Senatorial District of the state. Speaking with some head teachers of the school visited, they expressed pleasure to receive the delegations as it provided them avenue to relay their challenges to the appropriate authorities.
Our challenges is that we need a computer modern library in this school. I really appreciate all our August visitors. By the special grace of God, this term, I pray God will be with us. We will try our best in this school.
They really encourage them to try to improve in their reading ability. By the grace of God, when next the delegates come back to my school, I know there will have been a very good improvement in their reading ability.
Dr. Mikhail Adebola Lawal said the monitoring exercise is to have first-hand information from the school leadership to assess the learning conditions as well as to chart the way out.
We have seen the readiness of the learners to learn, and we have seen the readiness of the teachers to discharge their duty as expected, because in almost all the schools that we visited, we have met all our teachers on ground and all of them conducting welcome tests. And the first 2 days of reception are meant for the tests to bring back to the memory of the children what they have done last time.
He further appealed to the parents to support government's efforts in sustaining the standards of education in the state by providing materials to ease the business of learning. School visited are St. Peter's Anglican Primary School, Jogaurile, Holy Trinity Primary School, Iboro in Yewa North Local Government, Yewa South Local Government Primary School, Ononla Ilaro, Nawarudin Nursery and Primary School, Leslie Road, Ilaro, Christ Church Primary School in Yewa South Local Government. Ayodeji Tomori Olunmi, Ogtv News.
Academia has applauded the West African Examinations Council WAEC for its new initiative that allows students to resit the West African Secondary School Certificate Examination exams. They noted that the approach will ensure efficiency and accessibility for participants. Bolaji Samson brings us details of the story.
Towards removing the traditional waiting period for the next examination cycle, the head of public affairs at the West African Examination Council, WAEC, John Kapi, introduced an initiative named West African Secondary School Certificate Examination Private Candidate WASC PC1 that would allow students to receive specific subject in January and February this year, 2025. In reaction to the new initiative that allows students to receive, stakeholders in the education sector said this will open more opportunities for students to improve their result.
You know, in the 80s and the 90s, when we sat for WAEC exams, it was Herculean for us. In fact, back in the days, sitting for WAEC is like sitting on a hot seat. Once you fail the WAEC, you have to wait for the next year to write again, and you're not even sure that you might even make it at the end.
It's a good initiative and it's a good gesture. We're welcomed by some of us that are stakeholders in the education industry. Because we that are stakeholders in the education industry knew what that gesture means so much to us as stakeholders and as teachers. One, it will help the students to be much more prepared to pass the failed subject they failed during the first sitting. And it reduces unnecessary examination malpractice. Syndrome of I must pass by all means, which makes students to go all out, to go and pay for Orijo.
Branch Controller, WAEC in Ogun State Office, Dr. Ayobami Suberu, clarified that a remedial examination, which was reportedly announced on a Ghana TV program, is not a new development for Nigerian candidates, as they have been receiving examinations for over 6 years.
It's not a new thing. I'm surprised the news went viral. The news emanated from WAEC Ghana. WAEC is made up of 5 countries. It has gone a step further to assist candidates attain their educational goals by making sure that this examination is taken twice in a year. The first series in January to February, and then the second series that will come up towards the end of the year. So that at every point in time, candidates who don't make their papers have the opportunity to make their papers and be able to access tertiary education.
The initiative is that if a child fails one or two papers in his original WAEC examination, then there will be a allowed time for him to receive this paper, so that these grades that he needs to complete his admission requirement will be available for him within a very short time, and he will be able to proceed for further higher education.
While applauding the idea to receipt an examination which allows students who have failed a subject a second chance to demonstrate achievement of the academic standards required for program progression and bring about a thoughtful consideration to ensure fairness, to maintain institutional reputation, and to minimize staff workload. Bolaji Sampson, Ogtv News.
Still ahead, EFCC sacks 27 officers over fraudulent activities, misconduct. More news and reports when we return. Please stay with us. You're welcome back. This is still the news at 8 on Ogun State Television. Chief of Staff to the Ogun State Governor, Dr. Oluwatoyin Taiwo, has tasked government workers in the state on the observance of code of conduct and public service rules for them to discharge their duties optimally in the new year 2025. Dr. Taiwo, who gave this charge during the New Year prayers of the Governor's office in Abeokuta, admonished the workers to commit the year 2025 onto God's hands, and that every staff member should strive to upgrade their capabilities for improved productivity. The Chief of Staff added that workers should imbibe the spirit of teamwork and be more dedicated to their schedule of duties, saying that no meaningful progress could be achieved in any uncoordinated working environment.
Follow our code, follow the service code of conduct. Please, as much as we can this year, let us make sure that we follow those code so that we don't have any issues, with the people that are at the top. Praise the Lord. It's very, very important that we follow the service rule, we follow the service conduct, we follow the service code, so that at the end of the day, you also enjoy a kind of a smooth relationship between you and those at the top.
In their special prayers for the new year, Alhaji Isiaq Suleiman, who prayed in Islamic way, and the chaplain of Governor's Office, Christian International Worship Center, Pastor Sami Anifowoshi JP, prayed for the Governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, the State Executive Council members, and the entire workforce in the state. Also present at the New Year prayer session includes the Permanent Secretary's Office of the Governor and Information and Strategy, Mr. Ahmed Uju, and Mr. Waid Additional, Director, Office of the Chief of Staff, Mr. Kendi Ulubedu, Director of Speech, Office of the Governor, Mr. Idu Shuto Imbo, among others. The people of Ogun West has again been reassured of better dividends of democracy in the new year as the senator representing the Axis, Senator Solomon Olamide Kwadiola, fed the people to a new year event. Bumi Adigun was there and he completes the story.
New Year party for people of Ogun West organized by the senator representing the area, Senator Solomon Olamide Kwadiola. The party was also extended to political friends from Ogun East and Central who came to rejoice with their brothers from West. So much to drink and to eat in an atmosphere of merriment and thanksgiving. Other eminent personalities who graced the occasion commended the senator for what they say is true representation at the Senate.
We have an opportunity of interacting with the people of Ogun State, regardless of political affiliation, regardless of the senatorial district, and that's why you could see that the members of National Assembly from Ogun State, the Ogun State caucus, we are one and we are together, and we show solidarity with each other now and then, and that's why we're here.
It's transformed the whole of Ogun West, and I can tell you beyond no reason that we have never had it so good in the issue of Ogun West. I'm from Ogun East, and here I am, and us joining Senator Adeola from Ogun West to celebrate.
I've known him for quite some time, and he has never diminished in his capacity in touching the lives of the people. What we are doing here today is for him to give thanks to God for the year 2024 and to chart the way forward for 2025.
From the Minister of State for Health and Social Welfare came message of hope that the ministry will begin work in full this year.
You know, the ministry has been renamed to Minister of Health and Social Welfare. In the new year, you see us emphasizing a lot of social welfare activities. The President has approved a social action fund, and that social action fund is to be deployed to ensure that communities are able to execute projects at the community level, projects that add value to healthcare.
Senator Solomon Olamilekan Adeola appreciated President of Nigeria and the Governor of Ogun State for providing an enabling environment for people of the state to enjoy dividends of democracy.
2025 is going to be another year which is going to be very exciting, and we should be expecting good things as far as we are concerned, as far as Senator representing Ogun West, in terms of development, in terms of empowerment of my people, and in terms of contributing to national issues on the floor of the Senate, so that together we can build a viral and a very good country for everybody.
Earlier, a special church service and thanksgiving was held at the Redeemed Christian Church of God Unity Cathedral, Ogun Province 7, Ilaru, Yewa, Ogun State, with the theme Grateful for His Faithfulness. Bumi Adigun, Ogtv News.
The Nigerian police force has announced the arrest of 751 suspects for cybercrime-related fraud in the year 2024. The force public relations officer Olumuyiwa Dejobi, who reviewed out the scorecard, explained that 14 convictions were secured during the period under review, with 508 cases. Adejobi also explains that a total of $840,000 was recovered from victims of cyber crimes, while a total of 914 million naira, as well as a total of over $115,000 are frozen in different bank accounts and crypto wallet. A further breakdown of the report, according to the force PRO, includes the recovery of 26 vehicles, 16 houses, and 39 plots of land. The Ogun State Police Command says it will roll out all its arsenal to wage war against criminals, especially kidnappers, courtists, and ritualists, in order to ensure safety of the state's residents. The declaration was made at the parade of 25 suspects. They include kidnappers, internet fraudsters, and courtists. Adeokuta report is presented in this package.
Briefing the newsmen on the achievement of the Ogun State Police Command since its assumption of office in December 19, 2024, the Ogun State Commissioner of Police, Lanre Ogunlowo, noted that human trafficking and ritual killings is now becoming a norm in the state, saying efforts are underway to tackle the incident and bring it to the barest minimum.
The case of conspiracy, child stealing, abduction, and murder. Date of incident, 23 December 2024. Complainant is Susan Obuomo, female, age 42. Suspects are Tango Taiwo, a male, age 35. Patience Chikieze, a female, age 54. Oluyinka Folake, female, age 43.
Parading the 25 suspects who have committed various degrees of offences, the Commissioner said in furtherance of the Nigeria Police Force to remain steps ahead of criminals under the visionary leadership of the Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, 3 automated powered armed personnel carriers were approved and have been delivered to Ogun State Police Command to strengthen the existing kinetic security architecture.
The DPO in my division received a complaint from an anonymous individual who reported witnessing the murder of Bale Ogunlero. The witness claimed that while working on his own farm, he had a gunshot and a voice crying out, "They have killed me." He saw 5 herdsmen, 2 of whom wore caps, fleeing the scene. The witness moved closer to the scene and found Bale's dead body in a pool of his blood with assorted charm sighted beside him.
The paraded suspects includes Muhammad Bello, who returned to pick his charm after killing one Bale Ogunlero Olaigbe in Oke, Agbede in Imeko Afon local government area of Ogun State, Akonde Suru, a 20-year-old Aka from Edo State, and Tolani Jeremiah, 31, from Osun State, who both conspired to act the account of DCP Bode Ojajule in charge of Ogun State CID and raked in sum of 1,450,000 naira among others.
We are here because we have the account of the DC. No, me, Shuru Akande and Edwin Jato.
It is not right. I have offended God, I have offended man. I plead for mercy.
The commissioner thereby solicited for support of the media and the entire citizenry in keeping the state safe.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has terminated the appointment of 27 staff members in 2024 for their involvement in fraudulent activities and professional misconduct. This announcement was made in a statement by Dele Oyiwale, the Commission's head of media and publicity. The EFCC highlighted its commitment to a zero-tolerance policy for corruption within its operations and among its workforce. According to the statement, the dismissal was based on recommendations from the EFCC Staff Disciplinary Committee and approved by the Executive Chairman, Ola Olukoyede. Also reiterated the Commission's resolve to investigate every allegation against its staff, including a current case involving an alleged $400,000 bribe claimed by an unidentified staff member. The EFCC warned the public about impersonation using the name of its chairman, Mr. Olukoyede, to extort money from suspect. 2 suspects, Ojebo Joshua and Aliyu Hashim, were recently arraigned in Abuja for allegedly demanding $1 million from Muhammad Bello Kaka, a former managing director of the Nigerian Ports Authority, to secure a soft landing in a fictitious investigation. One of the oldest and existing clubs in Awori land, Igomode Club of Ota, is rolling out drums to celebrate its Golden Jubilee anniversary with a whole lot of activities ranging from annual general meeting, public lecture, Thanksgiving service, and a grand finale that is expected to be graced by the Ogun State Governor Prince Dapo Abiodun on Saturday, 18th January 2025. The president of Igomode Club Ota, Chief Waliu Olajide Ojuko, made this known while rolling out activities commemorating the 50th anniversary of the club. The event was held at the Club House Ota, Ogun State.
Founded in 1975, and it has been 5 decades of impactful service and championing the growth and progress of Ota and its people, Igomode Club Ota has continued to work stronger and serve its purpose of establishment, hence the need for its members to roll out the drums and celebrate its Golden Jubilee. The Vice President and the Vice Chairman Planning Committee, Igomode Club Ota, Sanitarian Bumi Omoroga, in his welcome address said the journey of 50 years calls for celebration.
Today's program is a program that will show that we are starting our celebration, that 50th years anniversary of the Igomode Club of Ota. This is the first program, and we welcome all of you to today's program.
The president of Igomode Club Ota, Chief Waliu Olajide Ojuko, while rolling out the activities lined up for the celebration, speak on the journey of 50 years of existence.
Our intention is to lay an unforgettable legacy for the upcoming generations and the club by laying a foundation of a 500 million multipurpose building project in the honor of the founding fathers and those of us that are still living. That will be formally launched on the 18th of January, when we have the final event.
Chief Ojuko, while calling on all sons and daughters of Ota-Awori land to come together for the development of their homestead, said Igomode Club recently donated 2 plots of land for the construction of vocational and skill acquisition center for Ota community.
Igomode Club has come a long way in mediating on issues that border on Ota and environs, giving scholarship to the needy, donating necessary infrastructures.
Question and answer session from journalists wrap up the press briefing.
The annual Woye Kalam Jabu Mushin Day celebration would continue to serve as a platform for the socio-economic development of the community and as well as fostering unity among the people. This was the submission of some notable personalities who graced the 2024 edition, which was the 30th in the series. Binga Adekoya covered the event held at Ikala Ijebu Mushin community in Ijebu East local government area of Ogun State.
The people of Ikala Ijebu Mushin converged on the Ikala Community Hall ground for the grand finale of the 30th edition of the Woye Ikala Day celebration. Welcoming guests, the chairman of Woye Ikala Planning Committee, Mr. Abeokuta, said the celebration remains the annual get-together of the people of Ikala Ijebu Mushin to forge ahead with the development of the ancient community.
It's a new beginning, and we believe the newness of Woye Ikala Day celebration is going to usher in a new regime of unity, cooperation, and to generate partnership and support for the development of Ikala.
The Otumba Woye Ikala, who doubles as the Baale of Ikala Ijebu Mushin, Otumba Adewale Okuwobi Okudero, thanked the people for their support since ascending the throne over 2 years ago.
I got to the throne on 2022. I decided to see that I unite everybody, and I want everybody to be coming home. To come home, and we need to develop this community.
The chairman, Ikala Community Development Association, Bola Okutubo, chairman of the occasion, Chief Zadios Adewale Ahmed, and mother of the day, Ashiwaju Yeyoge, Linda Kuyoro, and other eminent personalities who graced the occasion, called on all sons and daughters of Ikala Ijebu Mushin to come together as one united big family to develop their homestead.
Just for me to encourage other Ikala citizens, brothers and sisters, far and near, to come back home and help develop our community.
It is very, very beautiful for the community to hold their days in order to bring their peoples together for development.
I want to implore them to take active interest and part in the development of Ikala. Because what I'm seeing in Ikala today, I'm so happy.
High point of the celebration was the presentation of trophies to the winners of the football competition, which was part of the activities commemorating the Ikala Ijebu Mushin Day, and a special presentation by Okoro and Ekpa added glamour to the celebration.
Business news is next with Dominic Agbeha. Please stay with us.
Glad to have you join us on the business segment of the news. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Ineken Lokbobiri, has disclosed how the federal government attracted foreign investors to boost oil production to 1.8 million barrels per day. From 1 million barrels per day in 2023, Lokbobiri stated that oil reduction has now risen to 1.8 million barrels per day, including condensates. In a statement, the oil minister disclosed that the presidential directive to ramp up oil production to a sustainable level kick-started the journey of transformation in the oil sector. The former senator explained that he and his team members embraced the directive wholeheartedly by engaging stakeholders at home and abroad. The Office of the Auditor General of the Federation has uncovered at least 4 major financial infractions amounting to 514 billion naira in the operations of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited for the financial year ending December 31, 2024. The alleged infractions include irregular deductions worth 343.64 billion naira from domestic crude sales at source, warehousing of 83.66 billion naira from the Federation's miscellaneous income in a sinking fund account, unauthorized deductions of 82.95 billion naira from the Federation revenue for refinery rehabilitation, and the unsubstantiated payment of 3.75 billion naira shortfalls from the sale of petrol. The audit issues are contained in the 2024 audit report of non-compliant and internal control weaknesses in the MDAs for the 2024 financial year obtained by newsmen. It said the issues violated the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the 2009 Act of Financial Regulations. The Dangote Petroleum Refinery retained 13% of Nigeria's crude oil exports as domestic supply in 2024. This raised Nigeria's domestic share of oil exports from 2% in 2023 and slightly cut the country's exports to Europe. However, despite being a major net exporter of crude, Nigeria imported 47,000 barrels per day of U.S. oil in 2024. Experts say this is unusual for crude oil exporting countries. The Dangote refinery, alongside other new refineries that sprung up in the global south, has reportedly altered the global flow of crude amidst sanctions on Russian oil and conflict in the Middle East. And finally, on the business segment of the news, the Central Bank of Nigeria has reported a 63.7% increase in international money transfer operator inflows during the first 9 months of 2024. According to the latest quarterly statistical bulletin released by the Apex Bank, inflows rose from $2.33 billion recorded during the same period in 2023 to $3.82 billion in 2024. The significant growth has been attributed to a series of reforms introduced under the leadership of Governor Olayemi Cardoso, who assumed office in September 2023. A year-on-year analysis of the data revealed consistent increases in monthly remittance inflows throughout the year. As part of its efforts to strengthen the remittance ecosystem, the CBN also granted 14 new approvals in principle to international money transfer operators' inflows. And that's the business segment of the news. Many thanks for watching. It's back to Simiat for the rest of the news.
Thank you, Dominic. Foreign news is next. Rescue workers are searching for survivors after a major earthquake killed dozens of people and damaged more than 1,000 buildings in a remote region of Tibet near Everest. Senegal and Chad have reacted strongly to remarks by French President Emmanuel Macron about African countries being ungrateful over France's role in helping fight militant jihadist insurgencies. Let's join Theophilus Green for the details.
Rescue workers are searching for survivors after a major earthquake killed dozens of people